Hey, what's up guys? It's Lachlan, and wanted to bring you a video here by request actually. Some people have been asking me how I build my characters, and I was reluctant at first to post any videos because, to be honest guys, I'm still learning. You know, it's a brand new game. I'm still crunching numbers, trying to figure out, you know, diminishing returns and, you know, how to really maximize stats. But you know what? Whatever, you know, let's get some videos out there, and you know, maybe we'll get some good discussion. I'll show you what I have now. I'll show you why, you know, my reasoning behind why I've chosen what I have, and hopefully it would help you guys, you know, maybe gear up your characters accordingly, or maybe it'll, you know, spawn some good discussion, and you guys can help me out and build them in a better way. So I'm going to do a couple videos actually. The first one is going to be for my Squire. The next one's going to be for my Monk. Haven't decided if I'm going to do any other characters outside, because besides those two characters, I don't play any other characters. So let's just get started here. Currently my stats on the Squire, you can see they're neck and neck. We're ignoring all this because right now there's really no need for a DPS class in the game, so we can ignore most of these. Tower health is irrelevant because we're not using walls. If you're using walls, stop using them and start using offense. Defense is not how you win. So having said that, we're looking at tower attack and we're looking at tower speed. Why would you choose one over the other? I've noticed that by stacking tower speed, that's giving him more DPS as opposed to just stacking tower attack. And those are just the numbers I've been, you know, kind of crunching. If I'm wrong, then, you know, whatever. That's really not the main point. What I'm really focused on, though, is that when you're using cannonball towers, like I do, the cannonball turrets, they tend to one-shot pretty much anything other than a mini-boss, right, or an ogre. Those guys are a different story. So if you have a bunch of goblins coming at you, or in my case, if you have a bunch of wyverns coming at you, let's say there's 5 or 6 wyverns, okay? If a wyvern has, you know, I don't know, you know, 5,000 health, 6,000 health, you know, it doesn't matter. If you're hitting him for 9,000, 10,000 damage, you're one-shotting that thing. Adding more stats to your tower attack is going to be wasted, because, you know, hitting something with 5,000 health for 10,000 damage, it doesn't matter at all if your damage goes up to 11,000 or 12,000. What you really want to do is hit all of them faster, so you can kill that. You can kill all of the you know, the wyverns or the lightning bugs, whatever those are, before they get to your towers. So once you hit a certain point in tower attack on your Squire, start dumping all of your points in speed. The question is, at what point, you know, what's the break point where I should start putting all my points in speed? What I've been doing is naturally, without putting any upgrade points in tower attack, I'm hitting about 800. And so once you hit about 800 tower attack, I would just say start putting everything else in speed. I think that's going to be a much more efficient build that's been helping me be successful in my 25++ runs. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at his gear, and I'll show you how we get the stats. You can see his sword right now. It's a cool legendary, but if you notice, it has defense power. What I would really like is to swap this out for defense speed. That's going to help him out a lot. All of this gear down here, rapid fire or cannoneers. You should really be going for cannoneers. I think cannoneers is designed for the Squire. As far as the you know, like the passive bonuses, I think rapid fire is geared more toward the Monk. You can see here's a rapid fire piece, but the passive bonus is increase in boost aura and increase in lightning aura. So this is definitely a Monk piece. I just happen to have it on my Squire. Now, I don't know if the difference between rapid fire and cannoneers is the type of passive bonus that it's going to give you. All I really know at this point is both of those are going to give you defense speed and defense power, and that's what you want. After that, you can start worrying about those passive bonuses. But to just get those stats on the board, get some rapid fire gear, get some cannoneers gear. Put all for the Squire, because remember, what we really want to start stacking big time is speed. So when you upgrade your gear, you can see I've upgraded speed on this one. I've upgraded my speed on this one. I've upgraded the speed, upgrade the speed. So on all of these, and you need to have a really nice medallion. You know, that should be top of your list. You know, they should all have defense power, but you should be dumping all of your upgrade points into speed, and that is why I really want to replace this weapon so I can get something with speed. Even if I replace this with like a purple or even a blue, you know, if it had a lot of tower speed, that's really what I'm going for right now with my spec. So that's going to be something that I'm going to start changing, and then I need to, obviously, you guys can tell, I need to go in and start finding pieces now that not only have the stats, but they also have the passive upgrades that I'm looking for. So, with that in mind, let's look at his spec. Right now, you're pretty much going to put all your points into Fight Me Not. It's huge. Look at this one. Defenses deal 40% more damage to enemies targeting the Squire. So, you know, picture it. The ogre is coming toward your defense. You run up, you taunt the ogre, and I put some points in shield strength so that I can defend myself after I've taunted the ogre, right? Because you want to live so that you can get this bonus. If you die, this bonus doesn't apply anymore. So you taunt the ogre, you defend yourself, and that ogre is taking 40% additional damage from every tower that attacks it. That is freaking huge. So, you know, make sure that you're doing this, and that is why a lot of players in endgame, they're going to be running around on their Squire on wave 5, so they can do this on the ogre. But that's pretty much it. That's how I spec. You know, some people, they go into powerful spears. That's fine. I have 0 points because, remember, I told you guys I don't really use ballistas very much. If you're all about the ballistas, that's awesome. I would say dump a whole bunch of points in here. But, you know, even still, I love this ability. It's so huge. A 40% damage boost is absolutely huge. And so, you know, I would say spec into it, and don't forget to be on your Squire on that wave with the ogre, and then don't forget to taunt the ogre so you can get this bonus. That's pretty much it. Let me show you guys the damage that I'm doing currently with these stats. Remember that the damage I'm doing is based purely on stats because my gear is not built optimally when it comes to passive bonuses. I'm not getting much passive, and so a fully buffed cannonball tower without boost, I'm doing about 5,300 DPS. If we throw a boost in here, let's just swap over. So now that it's fully boosted, it's getting 83% damage increase, and this is now doing about 9,700. So, you know, a fully buffed, fully boosted, I'm doing about 9,700 DPS. That's awesome. Look at the attack rate is 0.65 seconds. I want to stack more speed, and I'm going to see if I can try and get that down to maybe 0.6. I think that's a pretty heroic goal because, you know, speed does have diminishing returns. So every 1/10 of a second is going to get, actually every 100th of a second is going to get harder and harder and harder to obtain. I think it's going to take more stats to get those. But that's what he's doing, and that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. So if you have any questions, you know, let me know. Or if you have anything that you would add, put it in the comments below. You know, discussion is always appreciated. So that is my Squire build, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, peace out. Later.